let's start off just by level setting, right? So what is a supplier relationship management tool? I'm going to give it my view, and then Gary, I'll let you chime in, right, with nuances that you see. So I always prepare or present it in this Procure Tech market map that I've come up with, where at the top you really have strategic procurement, and then operational procurement, which is our bread and butter is procurement, spend analysis, what's on the credit card statement, all the way to how do we maximize the value with category management, how do we execute on that with sourcing events and contracting events, and then how do we put that in front of our requesters in the business so that they can buy with requisitions, with goods receipts, with invoices from suppliers, and we can get those paid with accounts payable. And then on the bottom half, which is what we'll focus on, right, is the SRM tool, which happens in parallel to that, which is we need to onboard suppliers, classify, qualify them, get their data, get them in their systems, manage risk, manage performance, and then end relationships when we get to the end of it, right? And so depending on where you are in the relationship, you're going to have different amounts of data needed, different types of data needed, different risks that you're going to want to manage. And then, we have the blue circle in the middle, which is the coordination and the intake of all that, because you could come in and need a sourcing project as a requester, or you could buy straight from a catalog. And so what we're seeing, and I think that's why it's circled in blue, and you can confirm or infirm, Gary, is that intake and process orchestration is sort of becoming something that all solution categories are offering, right? Because if you don't have it today, and your first tool you implement is something like Trust Your Supplier or an SRM tool, it's something that you want to have that unique front door for procurement. And I think we're all realizing that it's very, very, very valuable. So on that note, that's how I think of supplier relationship management. But Gary, I'd love you to chime in and complement that.
Yeah, Joel, you're bang on. Intake management, process orchestration, these are imperatives today. Organizations can't operate without them. Gone are the days here where you can do this. You can ignore this, or you do this, via spreadsheets and emails. This has to be part of your maturation process as you move into an SRM tool, is to have that intake management, so you can really understand from a supplier perspective who that partner is, what they're all about, what risks they're presenting, how they're going to deliver the product, the service, and how they're going to help your organization and how you're going to partner effectively. This is all extremely important. And as we talk about the integration, that integration is going to continue to happen all the way from the intake side, all the way through the process. So I think it's really important that people understand that these are not silos, but they're very collaborative and symbiotic relationships that have to coexist to have an effective process.